Hello, hey guys, it's Allison, and welcome to Christmas TOC Pajama Talk. I owe my husband an apology because I found my pajamas underneath my bed. I thought for sure he had thrown them out. This moo I don't know how long it's going to be hanging in there, guys. But as you guys know, welcome to TOC Pajama Talk. I am so glad you guys are here. We have so much to talk about. Last week was an absolute doozy. I'm enjoying it. I don't know. What do you guys think about this season? Do you like the teams format? Do you like the individual format? Which one do you guys like better? I can't wait to hear. We have our panel of experts joining us. Michelle is about to join, and then Bucko's on his way, I believe. Hello. I love that hat. Oh my God, it's so cute. How are you doing?
Good. It's rainy in California, at least where I'm at, and a little chilly, so time to get out the hats.
I mean, it's perfect. It is perfect. Well, I owed my husband an apology. I found my pajamas. They were underneath my bed. So I for like a week was like, oh, you threw away my moo. So I owe him an apology. But how are you? Okay, so you said it's rainy in California.
Yeah, in Central California, it's been raining since yesterday, pretty much.
I don't know if I like rain, just not the humidity. I think the humidity is big. Oh, hello? Did we have a little bit of a feedback? Oh wait, no, it stopped. Hello, Matt. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are both of you doing?
Good. I
Michelle,
heard my
love the
voice.
hat.
I know, isn't that so cute?
I
Oh
had
my gosh.
somebody today on campus ask me, "Is like, aren't you a little bit old to wear something like that?" And I'm like,
No.
"No."
There's no upper age limit for whimsy.
There is no. I agree. I agree. Well, I'm so glad you're back, Matt. I know that you were doing a
Yes.
chip challenge recently. How did the chip
Yeah,
challenge go?
the students, we were raising money for a local women's shelter, and the
Yeah.
challenge was that whoever was in the hot seat, for $1, you drink a teaspoon of Tabasco. For
Okay.
$5, it was a teaspoon of the double X Bulldog sauce, which is
Okay.
unpleasant to eat straight, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And then it was 20 for half a Carolina Reaper, 50 for a whole Reaper, 75 for the one chip. And I told them up front, if
Yeah.
somebody one chips me, that's the last thing I do. So they waited until the last 10 minutes of me being in the hot seat. And there is a video from all of my students standing there like, how's he going to do? How's he going to do? And they were mad that after about 10 seconds in, I started singing Vienna by Billy Joel.
You were piano playing.
Air piano, air accordion, the whole nine. Honestly, it wasn't as bad as you thought it would be, but it was still pretty spicy, and I did take a few Tums and some Pepto to settle my stomach for the rest of the night.
Oh my God. I that is one challenge I know I will fail. I can't do it. I can't do it. But you guys, I'm so glad to have both you guys here. So we had a crazy like team. I mean, the matchups last week, if you were gonna sum it up in one word, what would you say? Michelle, I'll let you go first.
Oh gosh. I can't just
Yeah.
do one word. I enjoyed
Okay.
this week, I think, more than last week, the first week.
Yeah,
Really?
I agree.
Okay,
I
I
think
that's
they
gotta
were
agree
more
with
saying
that.
something.
creative.
That's a
It
good one.
just okay. I agree with you. I think that this week definitely stepped up the game. I would say citrusy. I think citrus was a definite.
Citrusy.
I think citrusy. Matt, if you could, would you sum it up in one word, or would you just say exactly what Michelle said, where it was just really stepping up its game from the previous week?
I got two. If you give me two words, I got
Yeah,
two for it.
two words work.
Razor's Edge, because a lot of those battles came down to a battle of inches. Like I wrote down all the scores, and I'm like, we're
Yeah,
talking 2 point margins, 1 point margins,
yeah.
scores that would have won any other battle.
And we also saw
Oh,
some of the highest ones. Like
uh-huh.
I mean, those high
The,
80,
the
84, 87. Like, oh my God.
the two highest in the same matchup.
I would not have wanted to be in that matchup. That is scary. That's scary good. Okay, well, let's start with the first one. So obviously we're going to talk about Chef Maylin and then Chef Nini Wynn versus Adam Sobel, Chef Sobel, and then Christian. I always get his name lost time. Christian P, who is someone that I
Petroni.
really Petroni, thank you. I love watching him on the Food Network. He's someone that I really like grown to like. So that matchup was crazy. I like how they called them the Wonder Twins. I thought that was kind of fun.
They have
You
that
know,
energy. They really have that energy.
well, okay, so what did you think about this matchup? Like initially when you saw these pairs, did you think they were a good match? Do you feel that, because it seems like Adam and Christian have known each other for years. And then Chef Malin and Chef Nini have known each other for a little while, but they worked really well together. I'm gonna start
Yeah.
with you, Matt. Just kind of overall on the matchup.
I thought the matchup was a representation of not necessarily four chefs competing,
Yeah.
but two groups of friends just having fun. Because one thing I noted on Christian's team
Yeah.
is I were just a lot of that non-toxic male affection,
Yeah.
and that warmed my because you see it with how they were saying with Chef Nini and Chef Maylin, like
Yeah.
they've cooked for each other, they shared holidays together, things like that, and then you have Christian, how's it going, my sweet love? And it just felt like
Thanks, babe.
that's just Christian. That is just the great Hambino himself being a warm human being. And it spoke to me that with all the friends, how at the very end
Yeah.
they all just hugged it out. There was a big moment of just, you won, we didn't win. We're not going to go like be sour grapes about it.
Yeah.
There's just big hugs all around, and in watching that, I feel like as the kids, it's like a hug from Christian Petroni could fix me. That man looks like he gives good hugs.
Good hugs. Michelle, what did you think overall?
I thought it was pretty evenly matched between the teams. Again,
Yeah.
like
Oh
Matt
yeah,
said, they both have been cooking together for a while, so
Yeah.
they can understand each other's style and where the nuances would fit in. Like Nini
yeah.
is more pastry and Maylin is more of the savory, but then they could still double back and forth.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that surprised
And
me. I actually didn't think Chef Nini would be more pastry, and that was a surprise. I mean, it was a surprise. It was a surprise to me.
I was shocked.
It was
I
okay. So you were
remember
shocked, but
from
you
one of
weren't.
her, was it 24 and 24 or
Oh yeah.
last, no, it was last TOC where they said that
Mm.
she was a pastry chef initially.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I had forgotten that
Michelle's got
because
the
I
encyclopedic knowledge of everybody on the Food Network, I feel
she
like.
does, and
In
it's
that
always
card
so
catalog.
impressive. That's what
Well, she's
Brian
got the
says.
TOC t-shirt and everything.
I will tell you, I
Yeah.
tried to get to a taping and I took Amtrak and Amtrak was an hour late. And so I missed getting in by 6 people.
Oh,
It gets better.
On this one?
No,
Oh,
the next one. So it gets better. So I stay overnight
yeah.
and try to come and go to call Amtrak and find out, make sure I'm on the right stop, get back.
Yeah.
And the bus, so it was an hour late getting there. So I missed the
Oh,
show. Get up there the next morning to get back on
yeah.
Healdsburg and get back home. Get there early. The bus is half
Yeah.
an hour late. So I'm on the phone with Amtrak going, hi, am I at the right place? Blah, blah, blah. And the bus
Yeah.
goes across the street from me.
oh
It stops.
no.
There's somebody standing at the bus stop. I'm yelling,
Yeah.
waving, hauling my suitcase. The guy looks at me, looks at the bus, does nothing. The bus waits like 30 seconds, takes off. So I had to get a motel room for another night, Uber back to where I was
No.
staying. Luckily, amusingly, I
Yeah.
got the exact same room at the hotel. The people in the area I stayed in were great. The food was great,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Made the best of it. Went next door and played, bowled a couple of games of bowling. Just
Yeah.
kind of chilled. Made the best of it.
Yeah.
The ride back was perfect. Went down to Santa Rosa instead, because
Yeah.
there's 4 buses from Martinez versus 1 going to Healdsburg, and made it
Such
back
a
early.
bummer.
So that was a very expensive weekend for nothing. This is my
Okay, it's not for
$700.
nothing. Oh,
I
good.
went to go
Sorry.
see TOC, and this is all I had to show is this lousy T-shirt.
Let's wear them. I didn't even get to go, so that's we should wear those next time. Well, it just shows again that we absolutely love the show and your dedication to the show as well. So I mean, it's
Mhm.
like it's so great to see.
So
Okay.
Food Network.
Ooh, got something in my throat there.
I
Little
think
tickle, you know?
give a food groupie a chance here.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, okay. So next time, Michelle. Next time, Michelle. All right. So the first battle. we had, obviously, we have the savory, we have the sweet, we have the equipment, we have the style, we have the wild card ingredient. I can't wait till they switch those up. I'm very excited about that.
Those are
But they didn't
fun.
for this one, obviously. So we had eye of round beef, we had
Mhm.
raspberries, we had air fryers, we had buttery was the style, and we had hot cocoa mix. I thought I'm very excited because
Yeah.
that just sounded kind of good to me. I don't know. Because I
Yeah.
mean, raspberries and chocolate, like,
Nailed that combo.
right, right. Okay, so I want to talk about Adam and Christian's dishes first, just because again, like they talked about the polenta, they brought out the
Uh-huh.
liquid nitrogen. What did you feel when you saw the two of them cooking together? I'm gonna go with Matt first.
I stand by one of the biggest comments the judges made is
Yeah,
that both dishes together that Chef Christian and Chef Adam put out
yeah,
looked like a lot of work.
yeah.
I mean, watching that, I feel like because we split the focus between now four dishes around instead of two,
Mm-hmm.
we don't see as much of the intricacies of the cooking, which
Yeah,
I'm torn on. I knew I was gonna, because I wasn't here last week and I was running
yeah.
trivia. I was like, I gotta mention that because I feel like
Please.
we only see the greatest hits. And one of the greatest hits for me was just this crazy idea to dump liquid nitrogen into a food processor. I was worried, like, that's going to freeze the motor. But
But it
and it's just
worked.
like,
It worked.
it worked. And seeing the dishes they put together, I mean, it looked amazing. I want that meal. I feel like every time I
Mhm.
watch this show, I'm like, I want that meal, and I want
Yeah.
that meal, and
Yes.
I make sure to eat before I watch because I'll be like, licking my TV. But I
Yeah.
gotta hand it to them for the liquid nitrogen use because I work with liquid nitrogen a lot, and I
Yeah.
think that was really clever because it's almost that weird like synchronicity of the universe. I'd seen a reel from Justin Werner talking about how the chefs ask for their dish to be plated. Like, how do you ensure
Yeah.
it's going to be hot 30 minutes from now after plating and all the
Yeah.
photos and everything? And one of the comments was that they have an option of you can have it refrigerated, you can have it put under a heat lamp, you can do
Oh,
this or
good.
that. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, wow, I wonder if they're going to do something crazy this week. And then watching Chef Christian just dump liquid nitrogen on the plate, I'm like, that's a choice. It's an
I like
interesting one to say the least.
that's a choice. I love that. Well, no,
It was a great choice.
I have to now. I'm gonna have to look for that one because hello. I'm gonna look for that one because I've always wondered because I mean we had several of those sorbet meals. So the sorbetto, which I've never heard of. I know I've heard of sorbets. I've never heard of a sorbetto.
I think it's the same thing. It's
Is it
just a
just a
fancy
fancy
way of
word?
saying sorbet.
Italiano, sì,
Okay,
italiano, e
okay.
bene.
Tomato,
I didn't know.
tomato.
I didn't know if there was like some kind of difference, like the way it was is prepared slightly different. It was slightly colder or something like that. I was gonna go look it up, and so okay. So is it just a fancy word for sorbet?
Okay, now I have to look
Assumedly.
it up. I'm sitting at my desk. Let me finish doing it real quick.
Because I mean, in my head, it was like, okay, there has to be a difference in temperature. There has to be a difference in like a key ingredient or something, or maybe no.
It's the Italian word for sorbet.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
Also,
I
not
just
like my
wanted to
father
sound
worships ice
fancy.
cream.
Um,
with the sorbetto he put together, there's
yeah,
also the note that if you eat it all at once, it hits
yeah,
the notes it needed to hit. And I think that
yes,
was a really key addition for that dessert because
yeah,
if you have a deconstructed dessert, like I've always been worried, you go to a fancy restaurant, they put
yeah,
something down in front of me, I don't know how to eat it. Like, do
yeah.
I eat it, sir? That's the garnish. Oh, it tastes terrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're right. I like that, that they have obviously Chef Justin Warner and Chef Tiffany who have like those explanations because it's like when it is deconstructed, just deconstructed like that, you're right. Like you may not know, oh, I need to dump this onto this, or you may not know, oh, I need to combine these two. You
Right.
may just think that it's just part of a different dish. So I think that's a great point. Michelle, what did you think of Adam's and Christian's dishes?
So the buttery eye round,
Excuse
didn't they
me.
use coffee along with the chocolate
Yeah.
on the
Yep.
steak? And for me, for beef, that's like basting in butter. That's the only way to go, especially for that cut.
So good.
And I
God, that
don't
sounds
agree with
good.
the grumpiness of Gail. She may be a pastry chef and she
Yeah.
may be awesome. I don't recall seeing her before, but that's nothing new.
Yeah.
But like it's beef. So for an eye, it's going to take I mean, they have 35 minutes.
Yeah, you
So
can't
considering
tenderize
they have 35
an eye
minutes, it's
around.
going to have a little bit more chewiness to it. I did
Yeah.
like the gummy shark comments. That made me giggle. But
Was this
I
the
mean,
gummy
it's not
shark
like
or
I'm
was there
doing
a
a
different one? Was it
carpaccio.
this? Was this the gummy shark one? with Chef Curtis saying it
Yeah,
was gummy shark. Okay.
Yep.
yeah. I
Potatoes
mean,
under. I have potatoes under steak gummy, and then they were talking about nurse sharks for like 5 minutes.
yeah. Like so the cocoa next year is good. Needs to
Yeah.
be sweeter. So I think Gail was like she was trying the what was it the polenta cake and not
Yeah.
balancing it out. She's eating them individually versus putting them together.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the judges are like, I'm not going to say picky or dense, but they seem to be missing the mark of the competition. Maybe
You
it's
know,
their first time judging and not understanding how it fits together.
I do believe this was Gail Gans. I do believe this was her first time judging for TOC. I know we've seen Curtis Stone we saw last week. So that was,
And
this is his second, and
and
then Chef
Scotty,
and Scott we've seen several times.
Scott's
Conan?
everywhere. Scott
Yeah,
Conan's just everywhere. I feel like.
so I think it might also be like this was her first time judging on this. I mean, again, I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I, I have to say I was very excited because we had talked. Okay, I know you weren't here last week, Matt. But we had talked about tartar and that we'd wanted tartar, and of course, we got the tartar, which I was
We
very
got
excited
tartar.
about. Oh, you need your facial hair back. I thought he was talking to me, and I got a little excited.
No, no,
Like
no,
I
no.
was.
All
wait
my
till you
friends are
hit
mad
50 to
that
show up.
I I shaved my beard for a wedding down to mutton chops, and I'm trying to
Oh.
grow it back. And it's only been a week. So this is a week's worth of beard back, so it's not bad.
Not bad. That's pretty impressive. Well, and then so we did get the chef. I'm sorry, the tartar I have round. We got the brioche croutons. We actually saw a mistake with this one. This one I didn't know if they were going to come back. They burnt the croutons in the air fryer because obviously they had to use the air fryer. The air fryer is a tricky little devil. I personally
Yeah.
really like it, especially when I'm like, on the go with my kids. Like basically, if I'm trying to do like chicken nuggets quickly or fries quickly, it's wonderful. But I can see how things can go sour very, very quickly. Like I've burnt dumplings in there before. So, what do you guys think about the use of the air fryer? Like I felt like, thank goodness Chef Nini was able to like recover, but I didn't think she was going to be able to. I was really nervous. I'll go
I
with
thought that
Michelle
was.
or
Go
either
ahead.
one, either one.
So I'm ambivalent about air fryers. I have a small one that I can play with, and my handy dandy 10-in-1 toaster oven has that function. And we'll use it to like reheat or instead of a broiler, use it to, it has an
Okay.
air roast along with the air fryer.
Okay.
I feel that's a little bit easier to monitor than a broiler, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I I'm kind of old school on how I like to cook things. I mean, I can
Yeah.
use an air fryer, but that's not my preferred. But if you have to use it, you have to use it.
Yeah.
But unless it's one with like the newer ones have like a glass bowl or glass container, so you
Hmm.
can see what's going on. The ones
Mhm.
they're using are the heavy duty. You can't see. They're heavy. They're metal,
Yeah.
so it's easier to burn things. And I
Yeah.
believe that Mimi and Adam have never used an air fryer before, from the sounds of it.
Which actually
So
was surprising. I mean, you obviously like think these chefs have used all different types of equipment. So I get very excited when they haven't used a piece of equipment
so
before.
look up
Yeah.
Alton Brown QQ air fryer.
Alton Brown QQ air. Okay, what is QQ air fryer?
Quarantine Kitchen from before during the pandemic. He got a
Oh.
Ninja air fryer, and there's I think at least 2 episodes about
Yeah.
that, but
Oh,
you'll get a good laugh out of it.
no, I
He
Quarantine
did
didn't
not
AB
see.
launch
was
it into
all of
space,
us.
but he thought about it.
Well, it's so interesting. And then Matt, did you feel the same? Like, I mean, like they brought up the ciabatta, they brought up the brioche, they had brown butter, which we learned
Mhm.
I say we learned. I learned at the last TOC that brown butter is just burnt butter, or
Yep.
and so I think
Roasted.
it's like brown butter instead of like a typical. You're all 50 years old. I am 50 years old.
You are
I'm
not.
joking. I'm joking. I feel like
I'm
I'm
I
50
was
saying
gonna
years old.
say.
both of you
I'm
are like
joking.
my kids' age.
Am I? No, no.
Oh
I
yeah.
wish.
32 and 40 in a couple weeks. So I'm almost
Split
60.
the difference, and you got me.
Yeah. So we're close. We're close. But okay. No, no, no. With the brown butter, I was really excited about that. Okay. So
Yeah.
we already talked about the judges. So we had
Yes.
the Curtis Stone, we had Gail Gand. She's a two times James Beard winner.
Uh-huh.
That's really, was it a winner or nominee? Because I wrote down winner.
Michelle,
I'm
what
looking.
does your mental Wikipedia tell us?
I know. I'm like,
I'd never really heard of her before now, so or before last week.
Or be a nominee?
She won in
Yeah, I know.
2001. She
Oh,
Okay, so
won.
she's a winner.
Yeah.
well, there you go. That's pretty
She was a
awesome.
contestant on Iron Chef America, a judge on
Yeah.
Top Chef,
Okay.
and she was on the Great Chefs, whatever that was, television program. So,
Aw. Well, we're ignoring this. I love when people get on here and they're little snarky pants. Anyway, okay, so you said what was the last thing you said? I'm sorry.
basically, she's been on a bunch
Yeah.
of different shows. She was the host of Food Network's show
Okay.
Sweet Dreams.
Ooh,
Okay.
So I'll have
that's
to look
kind
that
of
one
fun.
up.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. Okay. I think I was really nervous. I was really nervous, you guys. All right. So when we had the judging, I think
Mhm.
it was 79 to 81, which
Correct.
you said that I think it was you that said razor thin when we were
Yes.
talking about,
Razor thin margins.
well, okay, 79 to 81. I was really surprised that Chef Adam and Chef Christian didn't win. And now it's not that I really felt like they were so evenly matched. It was either one's ball game. I just felt like their dishes just looked a little bit better. And that's no offense again to Chef Maylin and Chef Nini. I just thought it looked really a little bit better. What did you guys think? So obviously them being eliminated the first round, was that a surprise to you? Did you think that what did you think? I'm gonna start with Matt on this one.
So I will say I had Adam and Christian as my pick for this round.
Okay.
And
You did.
I
Oh wait,
think
oh you did.
I
Okay, wait.
did. I did. I got my little annotated bracket here, and I
Yeah,
thought to myself, in watching that, because it was
yeah,
so close, I think it looked
yeah,
farther apart because you combine both scores. And again, as Justin Warner
yeah,
said in that reel
yeah,
really put a lot of in perspective that it's the total
yeah.
score averaged per thing then added in. So it's
So the
it's a
the
huge
scoring is
mathematical
weird. I don't know.
equation. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I feel like, I mean, I thought it could have gone either way personally.
yeah,
I will say it definitely came down to the croutons for the
yeah,
savory side
yeah,
because if the croutons were still burnt,
yeah,
I could guarantee that they'd be down at least 2 points compared to Chef Adam and Chef Christian. But also, you look at those
yeah,
scores, and a
yeah.
79 is not a bad score.
Okay, a
And that's why I feel like
$79?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a fantastic score for this. I mean, I maintain this entire season is going to be a game of inches. And
Mm-hmm.
it's going to come down to
yeah,
1 or 2 points on the savory, 1 or 2 points on the sweet,
yeah,
and we're going to get these like 1 or 2 point matchups. And
yeah,
I had guessed Adam and Christian at the start when they air fried the raspberries, that felt like a Hail Mary to me. Especially
yeah,
in those industrial air fryers, you can't see that, but it's
yeah,
one of those things. Big risk, big reward. Remake the
yeah.
croutons, big risk, big reward. Air frying raspberries, big risk, big reward, and
Mhm.
I really feel like it came together well collectively. But
Yeah.
I had Adam and Christian for the win there, but I am not disappointed at Chef May and Chef Nini winning.
Okay, I agree with you. I think that I mean, I knew Malin and Chef Nini were going to be tough. Like, I
Oh
knew
yeah,
that obviously when we saw Chef Nini and 24 and 24, and then having a winner, like Chef Malin winning, having won, I think it was one time, right? Hers was just the
yes.
one time winner of TOC. Like, we already have incredibly competitive women. I felt like it was really evenly matched. I would have personally liked to have seen Chef Christian and Chef Adam compete one more time, just because,
Mhm.
again, I felt like their dish looked so good. But I feel like I'm not disappointed either. I think that it was a really good match. And I love those matches where you're just like, oh, it's like, all right, Chef, I would say Chef Michelle. Michelle, what did you think about the 79 to 81 win?
Well, I mean, it was only 1 point per category, so it
Yeah,
was, I mean, extremely, extremely close.
it's so hard,
I
man.
think the tartare might
Yeah,
have helped them a little bit with the shaved butter and the cheese on top because that looked amazing. I
so
wanted to,
good.
I'm like, can I make that? No, I can't make it right now. So,
Wait,
uh,
are you still at the office? Are
yeah,
you
I'm
still
still
at
at the
school?
office
Yeah.
because I'm in California. So,
Oh
um,
yeah.
I think the puff pastry sandwich with the raspberry, the Napoleon
Yeah.
that she made, it had a nice crunch. So I think that
Yeah.
helped. And I agree with Conant that
Yeah.
the basket kind of was more towards the sweet side of things
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
between the cocoa and the raspberries. Because, well,
Yeah.
raspberries, I mean, I'm surprised nobody made like a coulis or something to
Wait, what is a
Salsa.
counterpart
coulis?
Like a sauce.
a sauce, to counterpoint the beef.
Oh, coulis. How do you spell coulis?
Ooh.
Because that would have been a sweet tart.
Coulis.
Yeah, so think like lemon on fish, that
L-I-S.
sort of
Okay,
Yeah.
action.
coulis. I'm gonna write that down so I remember for later. It's a sauce.
But
Okay.
other than that, there was a comment that was going through my head and I can't remember it
Oh,
now.
it's a
Oh,
sauce.
I know. I think for the next TOC Christmas, if they do this
Yeah.
again or the pairs, that they need to um, take the people that did not that got cut
Right.
the first round and put them
Yeah.
together like higher seeds for the next round.
Okay, that could be really cool.
Again, kind of
Okay.
like
Yeah.
the redemption for worst cooks, where they're the
Yeah.
redemption for the second place people to come back and try again. Kind of do
Yeah.
that,
You know what they
I
should do
like
for
but
next? You
but
know what
not
even
for
more
like
fun?
I
if they
want
used us.
1 hour episode, one per, not this 2 hour thing. Because
Yes.
again, they're trying to do so much that you
Yeah.
need that 2 hours, 1 hour per competition, so you can see the little things, nuts and bolts, and get more information that we get when it's just one chef
That's
going
neat.
against each other.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I have to say, all right, my phone. I at some point I'm gonna have to run and get a charger because I my phone didn't charge last night and it's like it has like 10% battery, so
Oh,
I have to
jeez.
get a charger. Stop! My dog is licking me. It's like seven things going on right now. Okay, all right, I have to talk about it though. I think I have a new favorite team. Hey, Mr. Spooky, how are
Mr.
you?
Spooky.
We love Mr. Spooky from Worst Cooks. Okay,
He's Matt is or he is Mr. Spooky's moving to Fresno, I think, next year.
are you serious? Oh, well, you have
So me
a
and Mitchell can
neighbor.
hang out.
You should. Mr. Spooky's the bomb. Okay. All right. I think I have a new favorite team. And I don't want to say that because you know how picky I am. Okay. You think I'm just I think that we all are this week, man. I think we all are.
It's
Okay.
a week.
It's Giuseppe and Graham. And I might
Yeah.
have a little bit of a chef crush on them. Here's why though. They both are three-time James Beard nominees. I believe they have like 5 billion Michelin stars between the two of them. Like I have never seen such a stacked team.
Yeah.
And then was it Giuseppe's or Graham's first time cooking on TV?
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe's first time
Oh,
competing ever.
Mm.
TOC Christmas. So it's the one. Stop dogs. It's TOC. It's their new competition. They're doing one. It's really great. It's benefiting charity. They have this trophy. It's TOC Tournament of Champions Christmas, and so they have. It's so cool. Teams. It's crazy. Like Mr. Spooky. Honestly, I think you should watch it. I think you'd really like it. Okay, so we have obviously my new. Obviously, I'm still going with Chef Britt because like she's my girl, but I really
We
like
love
them.
Chef
And
Britt.
then and then we had Marcus Samuelsson, Chef Marcos, and Chef Rachel,
Mm-hmm.
who Chef Rachel should not be disappointed about her performance. Oh my gosh, that
No.
woman is incredible.
What a great story, though. Her aunt
Yeah.
mentions her to
Yeah.
Marcus, and he calls her.
I mean, at the restaurant, oh, my daughter or my niece cooks. And then basically it's like has a job now. This is
Yeah,
incredible. And then, oh, wait, by the way, Mr. Spooky said, Bessie's, I'm in about finding Mr. Christmas on Hallmark. Well, I can't wait to
awesome.
watch you. That's so exciting. Oh, I love it. It's we were just talking about like plugging things in, like obviously like plugging Mr. Spooky, but then like plugging your niece and then getting her a job and then her going on TOC. I think she'll be on the an individual TOC. I think we're going to see more
I
of
hope
her.
so. I
Don't
hope
you?
so.
Don't
She
you?
she did very well in the cooking, and I was so impressed.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, so we have to talk about the savory, sweet equipment, style, and wild card. So we had turkey thigh. Turkey's my favorite. I'm not in it.
I
Oh,
love
I'm a
turkey.
big. I'm not in it. Oh, he's a big. Oh, I'm all about. I thought he said I'm in. Anyone else think I need glasses right now? He's
Hallmark,
a
call Mr.
big.
Yes.
Spooky.
Yeah, call Mr.
Finding
Spooky.
love at Halloween.
I would love that. Oh, that'd be fun. Okay, so turkey is like my favorite thing in the entire world. Like honestly, if I was gonna choose a meat, I love turkey. Turkey is my number one. I love it. The I can speak French. I can't even say the Danjou pear.
John
Danjou
Chaper,
pear.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Danjou pear.
Yes.
Um, mortar and pestle, nutty, and then applesauce. Which apples? I love me some applesauce.
Love
Okay,
applesauce.
Okay, what did you think about Marcus and Rachel's dish? So obviously they have been cooking together. I got excited. They did okay. Kind of jumping ahead, they did call it looking like leftovers, which I will agree it was not the most beautiful dish. I'm so sorry to say, but it looked really dang good. Michelle, what did you think about Marcus and Rachel's dish?
Okay, so they call the morning after nutty curry. And
Yeah,
he had the backstream where they all have a little bit too much fun Christmas. They get up and they make this the next morning to kind of
looks
cure
so
the
good.
hangover or
Or it tastes
whatever.
looks like it tastes good. Yeah.
And and well, I think it was Marcus, might have been Rachel made a comment. One of holiday depends on where you're from because everybody eats
Yeah.
differently. So it's again, this is where the judges need to put their what they expect aside just
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
how it fits with the people that are competing. Curry is
Yeah.
not necessarily a pretty dish.
Yeah.
It's a lot of browns and there's not a whole lot you can do, but I thought it
Yeah.
looked really good. I mean, I
I
wanted a bowl of it. So
I think it
Yeah.
looked tasty. I don't think it looked pretty. Just and
it's
I think that it's a
like
weird
stew.
difference.
It's a
I
bowl
bet
of
they got.
stew. It's not a sexy dish,
Yeah.
But
but you
stew
can't.
doesn't need to be sexy. Stew is the dish that you come back to.
Yeah.
Stew is there when you're hungover and can't cook. Stew is
And you're
there on
like,
those cold winter nights
And
when
you throw the
you're not
leftovers
feeling your
in.
best. Oh, you don't feel like putting on real clothes. Stew is there for you. I will not stand stew
we
slander.
stand Sue on this
Yeah,
TOC pajama.
And then
No, but
using the applesauce as a stabilizer in the pear
yeah.
sorbet was brilliant.
that was genius. That was
Yeah.
when they mentioned having the enzymes in the
Mhm.
applesauce already.
Well,
I'm just sitting there.
as a science
My little
person, having
science heart was like, yes, I love this person now.
yeah. I mean, the
But
fact that
that's
Chef
really
Rachel knew
smart.
that was incredible. Like, what
That
did
was
you
really
think?
smart.
I mean, Michelle, those were awesome, amazing points. Matt, what did you think about Marcus and Rachel's dish?
I think it was a
Dishes, excuse me.
very, very clever way for the stew to get a lot of flavor in a
Yeah.
dish because I'm a big fan of pears. Every fall, winter
Yeah.
season, I got a sack of pears sitting in the kitchen, taking one with lunch.
Yeah.
And I feel like with the Danju pear, like, you get that mild flavor to it. And
Yeah.
putting that with the turkey, which turkey, pretty mild, and
Yeah.
just blowing up the flavor. I mean, I felt like,
Stop
and I
it.
had to make a note about it, how Guy was fanboying watching Marcus Samuelson cook. I felt the same way. I'm like, we don't see this. This man is like
Mm,
the guy on the other side of the table at
it.
Chopped.
Yeah.
What's he doing in the kitchen now?
Yeah.
How is he going to cook? I had no idea what to expect. And they really had a great just
Yeah.
back and forth to it. That was really
Yeah.
nice. And it was both dishes. I mean, that sorbet looked amazing because she played with the warm and the cold
Yeah.
and the depth of spices. I mean, those are things that you look for in a really quality dish.
Well,
It's
and like
just,
with the rice pudding, like
mm,
I like rice pudding. I don't know.
mm, yeah, it's
It's
good.
we were talking about like stews kind of being a comfort food. Not that I like would love to live on rice pudding, but it is one of those just kind of like a little bit of a comfort. Like I like
Yeah,
rice pudding, so I agree with you. Okay,
it's
what
that
about
warm hug
no?
holiday.
Yes. Okay. We now again, I did say I didn't particularly think that their dish was beautiful. I said it looked tasty, but it didn't look beautiful. I will say Giuseppe's and Grand's dish looked
Yep.
gorgeous, gorgeous. Both of them. The oh my god, no wonder this was the highest scoring round. You guys,
Yeah.
I mean, we had the crepes, which Ty, my little son Ty, that's his favorite thing to make. He always makes crepes. He's gonna make us crepes on Thanksgiving morning or Thanksgiving, Christmas morning, but like Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, like
Oh,
he perfected his little crepes recipe. And I thought and schnitzel,
that's
like
tough.
I know he's really good at it. Like I don't know, he's really good at it. And then schnitzel, I love schnitzel. Like I don't know if it's just the
Mhm.
fact that I'm German, but like I love me some schnitzel. And so turkey schnitzel sounded so good. I think that just overall the amount of technicality that went into those dishes. I mean, what was your overall opinion? Obviously, Chef Giuseppe. I think you said it was his first time being on
Mhm.
television to cook. But I mean, kind of seeing these new players who bring their A game that first round. I'll go with Michelle on this one first.
I don't know. The interaction between the two chefs was really good, especially when Giuseppe finished up and then he just jumped in to be sous chef and help
Yeah.
wrap up some of the other stuff. And there was
Yeah.
not a conflict. We were watching Alex versus America last night,
Okay.
and she had to battle two chefs per team with just her on the one. And
Oh my God.
no, correction, beat Bobby Flay because the
Okay.
Christmas one. And it was Bobby and Jet and Damaris and Antonia.
Yeah.
And Bobby and Jet kind of butted heads a little bit and had a breakdown because when you have another person, if you haven't cooked with them a lot, it's a disconnect. And if one of you gets in the weeds and the other one gets in the weeds, we didn't see that with Graham and Giuseppe. They worked more like a team and smoothly. And I really appreciated that, even though it was Giuseppe's first time on television.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been in that situation, but I think the first time would make me a little verklempt as well. So,
As someone who's cooked on TV, it is very nerve-wracking. It's very nerve-wracking. But you know what? I think they they were just so much fun. I feel like, you know how I like the bad boys? I felt like they knew that they were the stuff, and I felt like I didn't mind that confidence. You know, I really enjoyed the confidence. Matt, did you feel the same? Like Michelle, those are, I mean, obviously amazing points, but like, did you feel kind of the confidence in them?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the confidence beat with no. My mind goes to like a well choreographed Hollywood fight scene. Like I
Ooh,
can
okay.
imagine,
Okay.
I can imagine like Chef Graham throwing up a knife and Chef Giuseppe just catching it midair and resuming shopping without missing a beat level synchronicity there, because they felt like they had. It wasn't two chefs; it was two bodies of one person just together, and it was so fun because again, you don't see Chef Graham cook a lot either.
No.
He's usually judging a lot of things. As soon as I see those glasses, I'm like, I know where he's going. But then watching them both cook was just so fascinating because I mean, even with Chef Marcus as well, seeing a chef that you normally see judging and knows what goes into these competitions, and it felt really cool to watch him cook.
Yeah.
And just the two of them together had a flow. And I think that's
ebbs and
what's going to be
flows
the
and,
big
like,
deciding factor of this entire tournament, because as we saw with the last battle, a point in each is a 2-point loss.
God, it's so
But
crazy.
they just, I loved watching them cook. I hope someday to have that level of flow in the kitchen. When Marissa and I cook together, it is not that nice. She always goes back to Thanksgiving. I chased my aunt out of the kitchen with a knife saying she was messing up the timing on something. You don't touch somebody else's Thanksgiving.
I will say that is my favorite, obviously my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving because it is my favorite meal. Everyone get out of my kitchen. It is my time. Like I'm very picky about my Thanksgiving. But no, okay, we have like the so you already talked about the applesauce stabilizer. Oh my, I just have so many notes and it's like, okay, when we were talking about judges, and in 2 seconds I'm gonna run and get a charger. When we're talking about the judging, I liked that I felt like they were a little saucy, but I also felt like the judges were saucy on this one too. Like
Yeah.
with Chef Gail saying, "Oh well, you know, was it Curtis or was it Scott that said like, oh, it's like leftovers," and then she goes, "Well, give me the leftovers," and she scraped and then she was literally eating.
Oh,
Like,
because they used
okay, go ahead,
broccoli
Michelle. I'm gonna
rabe
grab
with
this real fast. Go
curry.
ahead.
Go charge, yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
it was
used
Scott Cohen
broccoli
who said he
rabe with
wasn't.
curry, and she didn't like, or Scott felt it was a disconnect.
And yeah, Scott was saying he wasn't in love with leftovers, but there's nothing wrong with leftovers. Like right now, I cooked dinner for Marissa. She's at work still, unfortunately. You hear her shouting from the other room every time I say her name. But like the food already, it looks like leftovers.
I'm gonna do
But it's actually pretty good. So as we for Allison, I gotta say, Michelle, you would love this. It's a shaved Brussels sprout,
Okay, gotta go over
Italian
here.
sausage with crispy gnocchi and Parmesan on top, with a maple apple vinaigrette tossing throughout. Like it's really good.
That sounds really good.
It looks like
Okay.
leftovers, but it's really good.
Okay,
Well,
we're
see,
gonna
I
be over
have
here
an
today.
Asian pear and a fennel bulb, so I want to do a pear and then throw in some cranberries, probably some slivered almonds.
There we go.
And I'm
There you
not
go,
sure
a
what
little
type
crunch.
of dressing yet. I'll figure that out when I get there. But
That sounds really good. Okay, I have to get my notes. Hold on.
we have
I'm gonna guess something like a Dijon vinaigrette might do well with like something to cut through all that. You got a lot of
I was
strong
actually
flavor.
thinking maybe kind of like the raspberry vinaigrette or something similar, just
Okay.
because of the tie-in with the fruit
Yeah.
Oh,
forward,
sure.
and maybe throwing
Sure.
some cubed ham would work in there. I think.
That
I could
sounds
see
really
that.
good. That sounds really
But, I
good.
mean, as you ran away, we just started workshopping recipes.
You know what? I mean, I say I want to try schnitzel this Thanksgiving. Like now I'm thinking about
Ah.
changing my entire menu because it's like, I don't know, this just looks really good. But
I
okay,
saw something for Thanksgiving. I can't do it, but I want to try it because my mother-in-law's bringing the turkey on
yeah,
Wednesday. I saw a recipe where you debone the entire bird, boneless
okay.
bird, brine it, dry brine, and roast it. It cooks in like 2 hours instead of 5 because there's no bones, there's no cavity, there's just flat bird. And I really
Huh.
want to try that. And I wait until after Thanksgiving when turkeys are on sale.
That's what I was gonna say. We literally like stock up. Like my we have a little deep freezer is gonna be filled with them because it's like I love
Oh
turkey,
yeah,
and they're so cheap and they're so good. Okay,
they're
so
delicious.
this one I because I want to talk about this next match. This next
Mhm.
match I think was gonna send me to the loony bin. Oh my god. Okay, so this one was an 87 to an 84. I mean, it was so close. I felt
Two
like
highest scores of the competition.
well, and then when they said the 87, I automatically thought it was going to be Marcus. Like I automatically was like, even though that I thought the Seppies, I did think it was kind of funny because again, we saw, I know you guys, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt what you were saying, but like a
Yeah,
little bit of the snarky where he's like, I know my crepes were good. And like he did do a little rolling eyes, which normally I'm kind of like, no. But hey, if you know your stuff is the shiz, like I'm okay with you being a little bit
oh,
of
he knew. He knew.
I mean, they were the perfect thinness on those crepes. I thought they looked delicious. But yeah, so obviously we're gonna see another week of Giuseppe and Graham. I'm really excited about that. Obviously, we're sad to see Chef Marcus and Chef Rachel out of the competition. But I know we're gonna be seeing I would be surprised would not be surprised if we didn't see Chef Marcus come back as a judge. I don't know, maybe on this tournament. I don't know if that's like a conflict of interest, but
He's been a judge before for the
Yeah, he's done.
individual
He's done. He's done
competitions.
TOC.
yeah. Yeah, but I
He's
mean,
done TOC.
for this one, I mean, they may have.
Um,
It would be too much of
I
a
don't know if they
conflict.
bring
I
him
don't
back.
know.
Yeah, maybe not this round. Maybe not this season, but definitely.
yeah,
Definitely in
I
the
would love to
future.
see him enter the bracket solo for the
Yes,
next TOC.
he'd
he
be a
is
Put
really
him
nice.
put him in
amazing
that
and
kitchen.
fast. If you
Yeah,
watch him on any of the, because he's been on Chopped and a couple other ones as a competitor, like a grudge match kind of thing, and he is
Yeah.
fast in the kitchen.
he's also fun to watch, and
Mhm.
one of the best dressed chefs out there. I'll say it. I mean, the man's
With the
streetwear is
hats, he
next to
didn't
none.
obviously have. Well, he kind of had his hat. I guess he had his hat.
Yeah,
I guess kind of in honor of Michelle. Like he kind of had his hat too. So, okay, we have to talk about the Voltaggio brothers and then Sarah and Damaris because I literally thought it was going to send me the loony bin. That was such a stressful. Okay.
who?
Oh, I overall, I just want to say stressful. It was one of my favorite rounds I think that we've seen. I really, obviously liked the other ones, but I think this was a really strong one. The Voltaggio brothers, we came to know, obviously we've known Michael for years, on various shows, but we really fell in love with Chef Brian on this last season of 24 and 24, where he came in as runner up. And he was just Mr. like, keep it together, cool and I don't I don't think anything will phase this man. Like he's so just chill. And then Michael is just kind of this little spitfire. So it's great to see them cooking together. And then we have Chef Sarah, who also came in. She was the runner-up on TOC this last
Mhm,
time,
mhm.
and Chef Damaris, who kicked butt. I love Chef Damaris, but she kicked butt on TOC also, but on 24 and 24 this last season, she really kicked butt. So I was very impressed to see Chef Damaris. What did you think about this overall matchup? I'm gonna go with Matt first.
I think this one was my favorite of the entire episode because it
Good.
had four chefs that I am a huge fan of,
Yeah.
and it just everything. And when I always like to play the game of what would I make with the randomizer.
Yeah.
And when I
What
saw
was it?
that
Wait. Did you
randomizer,
write down all of them? I did not get all of
I
them
got
on
I
this
got
one.
this one. It
Okay.
was pork tenderloin,
Okay.
pomegranate,
hmm
creamy, spiralizer, and candied citron.
That was the one I didn't get. Free. What is it?
The
Free.
creamy?
Oh, creamy. I thought you said freemy. I was like,
Oh, no, creamy.
creamy. Creamy. Yes, creamy. Creamy.
because every time I always think creamy and pork, and with the
Yeah.
citron, like you
Eh,
got the citrus hit. You can make like
yeah.
a nice velvety sauce with that, get something super
Yeah.
creamy going. But I watched it. My first thought was, I kind of want to put the pomegranates in the pork too. Go real crazy like.
I feel like our group is getting a little experimental, and I love it. Like that
Oh
would taste
yeah.
really, really good. Oh my God. Like,
It,
because I mean,
that I
creamy
think this
could
was
be,
the nicest randomizer we've seen.
yeah, I think, yeah, yeah, I think I'd agree with you. Michelle, what did you think? What did you think about this matchup?
I thought it was a really awesome matchup. I agree with Matt. That's some of my
Yeah,
favorite ones to pair up.
yeah.
Mhm.
Fun fact, I don't know if you guys know, but Brian is the older brother. I thought it was Michael,
Is
but
he
Brian is
really?
the older brother.
I was thought Brian was the younger brother.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, well, that can explain why
Oh
he's a little bit
man.
more steady, and Michael is, the wild, crazy, mad scientist
It makes
chef. So,
sense.
no, I thought it was a really good matchup. Again, I think with these pairs, they've been able to do well pairing the two chefs together and pairing
Yeah.
who they're going against. So it's
Mhm.
pretty even footing all the way across. And we saw
Yeah.
Damaris in the last 24 and 24, and she
Yeah.
held her own for quite a while.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
She's a very very good chef, and I think she gets underestimated a lot.
I think so.
Yeah.
She's like not in my personal, I want to, compete against, see whatever.
Yeah.
But she is right, definitely rising to the challenge as far as what they're throwing at her, because 24 and
Yeah.
24 is brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but she remained really calm, and she really showed that she was overall a really like rounded chef. Where
yeah, I
I
think
think
she
that
made
she's
it
been very like
over halfway. So
yeah,
I mean, I think she's becoming stronger as far as a competition chef, as
yeah,
opposed to um like the one-offs are showing,
yeah,
assisting or
yeah,
being a focus of. This type of show is more about the randomizer and the ingredients.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm looking over the ingredients. I'm surprised nobody did like a pomegranate pink peppercorn kind of thing, because that would play in with
yeah,
the candied citron.
Oh
And
yeah.
you could have added cream, whatever, and to even turn that into an ice cream or even a panna cotta.
well, yeah, and so what did you
Ooh.
guys think overall? So
Pomegranate
obviously,
pina
with
colada
Chef
would be good.
Sarah and Chef Damaris's dish, what did you guys think overall?
Oh my God, can I have all of them?
Yes,
They were the most beautiful dishes of the night.
oh,
Yeah,
I love the
I was
candied beets.
drooling.
yeah. You were drooling. You wanted. What did you think overall, Chef? I was Chef Matt.
I
Matt.
I love what I don't know didn't write down what judge said it, but the
Yeah.
comment that the latkes with pork was a little naughty because I immediately thought of I thought of you, Allison. You're like, oh, I like the bad boy. I'm like latkes and pork, terrible.
Go on.
It just it was just it sounded so good collectively. I mean,
Yeah.
the mayonnaise cake that was a new one for me.
That was
I
okay.
wasn't
That one
sure.
Really?
surprised me. I didn't know how that would turn out. So
Really?
I've never
It's
had a
just
mayonnaise
eggs
cake.
and
no, no.
oil.
Had you had mayonnaise cake?
Yeah, so if you don't have eggs, you can and mayonnaise, you can just substitute, because mayonnaise is just eggs and oil.
Eggs and oil.
Is
In
it
my
okay? I was gonna
mind, it
say that
makes
might be why I like
sense.
it so much.
Like my mind, the words you're saying are clicking up here. I
Yeah.
just can't wrap my head around it. Like, yes, it's just like it makes sense, but I just
Yeah.
the way it was phrased as mayonnaise cake.
It doesn't sound
I'm not like
appetizing.
I'm not going to be
Yeah.
scooping Hellman's into a cake pan anytime soon. But you are right though. It is just eggs and oil. So like,
Yeah.
I guess in a way, but that was. I mean, the whole dish was really fun. The spiralizing the sweet potatoes was smart. The apples for the
Yeah.
salad. That's every time you need like a nice green, like a side salad, things like that. The frisee, grab an apple, throw it on a spiralizer. So that was, like I said, I feel like the randomizer was nice this time
I
because the
think the tool that
spiralizer.
I would like, we've talked about like obviously the air fryer as one of our tools. We had what was the one from last one? It was the air fryer, and then it was the mortar and
Mortar
pestle.
and pestle.
I
More
think
pesky.
that of them, I would have had the most trouble with the spiralizer just because I don't think I've used a spiralizer. I've seen them. I obviously know what it is, but I don't think I've personally used one. So I think that that would be a little intimidating to me. I understand like how to do it. It just is like, it would be like our two chefs we talked about. Was it? who were the two that had never used the air fryer? Was it Nene and
Adam.
Adam? So it'd be, I felt like I was kind of in their boat with the spiralizer. Michelle, have you used the spiralizer before? Okay.
I have one.
Have you used one as well, Matt?
Oodles of zoodles.
Okay, Mom. Okay, Mom's on here. Mom, I'd like a spiralizer for Christmas, please. I would try one, but it's just, I think that was a little bit intimidating to me personally. But okay, so we had the Voltaggio brothers. What did you think about their dishes overall? Like, I felt that they were very cohesive, and obviously, I mean, the fact that they're brothers doesn't hurt any. Michelle, what did you think about the Voltaggio brothers dishes overall?
Man, so all
Besides
four
yummy.
dishes look good, but theirs are my favorite. I think theirs was the most photogenic. It sounded good. I liked the idea of the spiralized and fried crispy sweet potatoes, because sweet potatoes, if you get sweet potato fries, they have to fry them twice, generally, to get them crispy. So by spiralizing them, you're going to reduce the surface, so you're going to get the water out faster. So, and the beets, I love candied beets anyways, but yeah, they're master tacticians with flavor and textures. And I won't say that Brian is less creative than Michael. He plays it a little more along the traditional route, but they both together, I mean, they're kind of a force to be reckoned with.
Well, okay.
I see them making it to the final set.
I would not be shocked.
I was very glad that they moved on. Mama Bird has never used one either, and then she loves the brothers. As that was who she wanted as her little dream team, was the brothers. But no, I think like that the canned beets. I love beets. I mean, I just love beets. I'll have them like I'll just eat them. I just love beets. Are you a big beets fan, Matt?
I'm mixed on beets. When I have them in front of me, I'm like, oh yeah, beets. But it's never something that I'm like knocking down a door to get to. Like, oh my god, there's beets here. But there is a place out here that actually pickles eggs in beet juice with every sandwich you get.
That sounds really good.
I'm a huge fan of that because I love a nice pickled egg, and it's got a nice little beet color to it. A mild beety flavor. Goes great with the Reubens they serve.
Reubens are so good, yeah.
I got a hand to the Voltaggios because the one word came to mind that sums up everything about their dish. Just like, this avant-gardeness of the two of them. You got Michael here, who's living in the 23rd century.
Yeah.
And Brian, who is like, Brian Voltaggio strikes me as somebody, he could show up to Thanksgiving dinner and slip right into the kitchen and not miss a beat. And make everything exactly how grandma used to, kind of thing. He's got that traditional feel to him.
Yeah.
And when they even said, like, they didn't have a plan, like, oh, you do sweet, you do savory. It's like, whatever feels right for each of us, we're going to take. Their mind meld is fascinating and needs to be studied by science.
It's so interesting. Of course, please.
It was sophisticated is the word that comes to mind. Their entire dish really, it just screamed everything you needed. Although I will say they almost gave me a heart attack with that curd nut setting. I was sitting there, I'm like, my butt cheeks are clenched here for them because I want them to go far in this. And it's not set. I know. I'll dump a bunch of liquid nitrogen into a hotel pan and hope for the best. And I'm like, I was sitting there like, this is either going to work or fail miserably, and there is no middle ground whatsoever. Man, the semi-Fredo consistency was perfect. Like, how? You dumped liquid nitrogen on that stuff is minus 78 degrees Celsius.
The amount of liquid nitrogen we have seen in the last 2 weeks on the Food Network is alarming to me in the best way. Because I think we've seen it now 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. We at least saw it. We saw it last week for sure, the first week. We saw it twice this time. We saw it in the first competition and this competition. I mean,
they use more liquid.
Sorry. Oh, no, I was just saying, I didn't realize that they would use that as much. I think they're just enjoying being able to use something like liquid nitrogen.
I really appreciate
they use more than I have.
Michael's saying, hey, taking ownership of, hey, if it fails, it's on me.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this is a high-level competition, and it's in some ways you have to leave your ego at the door.
Yeah.
because it's all about the food. And sometimes the food wins and sometimes you win. So
Well,
And it's
and
why
didn't get to write down the. Please go ahead.
I got to throw out the credit to the Queens of Kentucky after they were eliminated. Because
Yeah.
the first thing they said was quite possibly the most southern thing you could imagine. Well, shucks. Not, we lost and we're going to be mad as hell about it.
Yeah.
Dang it, we'll get them next time.
And you know they will. I mean, it's like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
by the way, liquid nitrogen scares my dad apparently totally. But no, I agree with you. What I loved about like, Chef Damaris is such a southern belle. Like, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the epitome of it. But what I love about Chef Sarah is, I mean, I think I talked to you about it maybe in the first week. I'm not sure, but basically on her Instagram, she does these great videos where it's like these little instructions where it's like she really takes like
mhm.
chefs like me, not chefs like me, beginning cooks like me under her wing, and she's like, hey, this is how you do this skill, and she breaks it down to a way that's really digestible and it's easy to follow. And so it's like I love it, but I feel like Chef Damaris has that same kind of style where it's like very easy to understand, and she's a great teacher. So it's like you had the teachers and then you had the brothers. I'm sad obviously that Chef Damaris and Chef Sarah didn't move on, but I'm very excited the Voltaggio brothers did. Well, I didn't write down the final score. I know it was really close. It was like seven. I think I put I can't remember.
82 to 80.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't
With the,
remember.
with the, with the 2 point difference coming from Savory. It was 40 to 40 and then 40 to 42.
Did you really feel that there was that much difference in the savory though? I think that both dishes savory looked, I mean, in my opinion, really, really good. What did you feel about that difference in savory? Oh,
I think
okay.
it was closer. I felt like
Yeah.
it was closer.
Yeah.
I think it's coming down to that averages thing that
Yeah.
because we don't see the breakdown of taste, presentation,
Yeah.
randomizer, which I wish we did. Food Network, if there's still time to edit the next couple episodes, I'd love to see that, pretty please,
We would.
because that's how I try to judge it at home. Like I can't taste it, so I'm relying on the judges.
Yeah.
But
Inquiring
wow, like
minds want to
Yeah.
know.
inquiring minds want it's. I mean, even just like put on the web session, like let us know so we can judge ourselves.
Well, and I like that point really quickly because I want to say, is there anything else that we would like to see more of? Like, obviously, we've talked about Chef Justin's notes in the past. I would like to see
Hmm.
Chef Tiffany's notes, how she does it. Because
Yeah.
I have been really liking the way Chef Tiffany has been describing the dishes. I feel like she has a little, like just like a little
She's getting
extra
more
spark.
comfortable describing what's going on.
Yes.
And that's one
Yes.
of the things is, as both of you
Yeah.
know, it's just doing, talking about it,
Yep.
Yeah.
learning to talk about it, and feeling comfortable, A, hearing your own voice, and
Yeah.
B, describing what you're seeing so you can convey to the judges. Because the food says one thing, but Justin and
Yeah.
Tiffany, their job is
Yep.
to convey the unspoken,
Hmm.
the intent behind the dish. And I think
Yeah.
last season she was it was new. It was
Yeah.
something new,
I
and
think it was her
she's
first,
growing
obviously
into
first
it
one. Yeah.
now. I don't know
Yeah.
that she'll ever be a Justin because there's only one Justin, but she's certainly coming into her own, which
Yeah.
I like. I just wish, nothing against what she's been wearing, but I wish the apparel people would like.
You didn't like it. I loved her. I loved her pink dress. I thought, oh, I
I
do
think
like when
the
she wears
last
the
week
little
was okay.
suits,
The
though.
first week was a little like, I don't
You
know,
didn't
made
like
me
the,
raise my eyebrows a little bit because I'm all for forward fashion,
yeah.
but yeah, nah.
You know what I think is funny? Like, I think it's 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 interesting to me how I feel like they take the episodes, like kind of going with what you're saying. Like I felt like last week was more formal and this week was a little bit more playful because Justin
Hmm.
had kind of like the colored bow tie and she had the beautiful like pink. So it's like I kind of judged what the episode's going to be based on what they're wearing, which I know that they don't know in advance, but I kind of okay, do you do the same thing where it's like, okay, well, it's gonna be a playful episode or because I mean I love when she wears like the suits. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Well, see, I look
Yeah.
so on the dress code for if you're
Yeah.
going to go is like solid colors and preferably dark. Unless the Christmas
Yeah.
one, then
Okay.
it was red and green. But
Oh.
I
I think so that
I found out today.
the chefs can stand out with their colors.
Yeah. Wait, Matt,
Ah.
what'd you say?
I
The
realized today
so
looking for this shirt, I have 100 black
right
T-shirts.
so if you go back and watch the regular TOC, Pan, the
Yeah.
audience is
Yeah.
mostly it's solid color, mostly darker
It
colors.
was red and green in the audience today,
Yeah,
or this
because
last
it was
time.
Christmas and that was part of the.
Oh.
I couldn't go to that one because that was the start of this academic semester, and
Was it in Los Angeles? Is that where it was?
no, it's in Northern California.
Oh, okay.
So
So what I'm hearing is we all road trip to NorCal
so
together.
so if it was in Southern California, I don't
They
have
can't
any
turn us
problem
all
with
down.
Amtrak, but apparently Northern California, I can't go to
Yeah.
Healdsburg. I need to get off in Santa Rosa because there's more trains. So
Oh my God.
Huh.
Oh
it
my
was
God. Well,
it was a learning experience. I'll
it's a
chalk it up to that.
it's a learning experience, and obviously, it's like what I love is TOC is evolving. Like even as we're speaking, it's evolving. And what it's interesting to me is it's like, okay, we're seeing, we had like the chef judges, the judges table, which we don't have this time. We had, obviously we
Oh,
had
true.
Hunter Fury, who I love watching him, do his little, his, after post win thing. But it's like, we're kind of seeing it evolve. And it's like, what I would really like to see is I feel like because we kind of talked about this really quickly, but because there are two dishes on both sides, I feel like it's harder for me to take notes just
Hmm.
because it's like I'm stopping the TV a lot more and I'm
Right.
like trying to write, and I feel like I keep missing things. And I wish that I know they can't extend it because I mean, it'd be 7 hours if they extended it, but I wish that they would kind of, like they used to do an Iron Chef, like really write it along the entire time
Hmm.
so that we could
Mhm.
feel like we could keep a track of it, if that makes sense. Where
Mhm.
it's like, okay, the notes on the sides where we'd say, oh, like Chef Damaris is cooking chicken now. And then like on this side, I might say like, Chef Sarah is, braising her beef.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I just for us, at home, it might be a little bit easier, in my opinion. I would just like to see something like that. Is there
Well,
anything else you guys would like to see?
I would like to see like 1 hour blocks, not 2 hour blocks. I don't care how many I mean, that just stretches it so we get to enjoy the season longer.
Yeah.
And they need like three normal people commentators on the side that from the non-judge, non
Yeah.
high-end chef perspective of what do we think of what we're watching. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
I
we're
would.
doing that now, but it'd be fun to do it there.
Well, but what's interesting is like I would love to know what the audience is thinking. Like the audience is seeing the competition, as it's
Mhm.
live, and it's like they're seeing kind of the unedited. It would be
Mhm.
great. Not, I mean, not obviously. I know that they probably signed so many like NDAs. I mean, I can't even imagine what they have to sign. But
I
it would
didn't
be
make it
really,
that far, so I don't know.
yeah. It would be kind of interesting just to kind of see how they feel. Like maybe if they are at home chefs or they are beginner chefs, like kind of how they take this type of competition. I don't know, that would be kind of interesting. It'd be great to
So
be there.
so we're
It'd be fun.
volunteering
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, go
to
ahead.
be that we're to sit in the corner and be quiet and watch, and then they can talk to us
I kind
after.
of journalism degree. Come on, guys.
I have a fun idea for this.
Yeah.
A fourth judge is like the people's choice. Like an at-home person has to judge the dish, and it's still factored into your regular score. But that way, it's not always like because as we said
Yeah.
earlier, the judges a lot of them this season have kind of a predisposed thing of what it
Yeah.
should
Hmm.
be, versus you put say three random people from all corners of the country on
Yeah.
the stage and say, "What do you think of the dish? Did they
One of which
nail
collects
buttery?
cookbooks.
One of whom
Yeah.
does science?"
One is a little bit beginner. But what I like about that, honestly, is it's like we wouldn't, we would have the different things. Like for example, like
Mhm.
some of these dishes that, they realize are so complex. Someone like me, could taste like the intricacy, how do you say it? Intricacies.
Intricacies.
Yes, we could taste them, but I mean, may not know exactly what I am tasting. That would be kind of
Right.
interesting just to see. But like someone like you, Michelle, like who has like that tap palate, like you could really identify those. And Matt, like you could do that as well, where it's like you have, the fact that your wife's vegan, right? Or she
Vegetarian.
vegetarian. Um,
Yes.
it would be really cool. I think these are all great ideas. Who know? But yeah,
I will.
was it?
I
I would
have to
nail the
say,
flavor of liquid nitrogen.
ugh.
I know what it tastes
I
like.
Oh God, I
I
don't.
have to
I've
say, I
never.
will have two new videos up. I just did my last cooking class for the
Please.
semester with the off-campus student living.
Okay.
The dietetic students talk about the why you're eating it, and I'll facilitate the cooking part of it because some of
Yeah.
the students in the class are afraid to use knives. And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, we did a stuffed baked potatoes, and the way they were going at those sweet potatoes with the fork, she thought they had a vendetta against them. It was
Was it?
hilarious.
Are these college kids?
These are college kids. It's so that they
Yeah.
do it through a grant, and they're already planning
Okay.
for next spring, so I'm helping
Okay.
with that too. But I did the cooking videos last night,
Yeah.
and so I'm editing so I can get them up on the website probably by tomorrow.
There you
And
go.
they're vegetarian.
Okay.
It's Southwest baked potatoes. You
That
cook them
sounds
in the
good.
microwave because it's much faster, and then stuffed bell
Yeah.
peppers.
You know
Ooh.
what? Again, as someone who learned to hold a knife at 31, I understand. It's, it's interesting, but it's like once you know that you have those knife skills and you have that basic, grasp of a knife, it's like the whole kitchen is your oyster.
Hmm.
That is so cool. I can't
It's
wait
a
to
it's
watch
a
Gotta be
these
lot of
careful when
fun.
videos.
you're
It's
cutting.
volunteer time
I
on
know.
my part, but it's fun.
Oh my
That's
God.
fantastic,
Okay.
Michelle.
That is really, really cool. Well, guys, I'm so excited. Again, I love doing this with you guys. Sorry about my thing dying halfway through, but you know what? That's okay. It's one of those days. We have next week. I can't wait. I know. I think my chef Britt is going, and I'm very nervous. I have not watched it. I
I
think it
haven't
was
watched it
Yeah.
yesterday,
yet.
and
I have a
I
sick
have.
husband, so I didn't watch it. I was busy setting up to do the videos while he was being coughing in the front room.
Oh my God. Well, I cannot wait to talk to you guys about it next week. Oh, we'll figure out a time around Thanksgiving because obviously
Yeah.
next Thursday is
I'm
Thanksgiving, and
taking Wednesday off, so
okay, well, we will make sure we will fit around the schedules. But I wanted to thank you guys so much. I enjoy it so much, and we'll see you guys later.
It's always fun.
Bye,
We'll
bye.
see
guys.
it.